Have you ever received a sign from a departed loved one? Of course, you're very excited when you receive that, but have you ever taken a moment to realize what's the meaning behind the sign? Of course, it's like, wow, Grandma sent me a message, but what I'm beginning to understand is that so many times these signs have meaning and they're actually guidance on perhaps dealing with the here and now. And I don't think there are many coincidences, let's put it that way. And this is a story about that. My dear friend Kathie and I, during this crazy health crisis that we were going through several years ago, we would go walking along the beach of Long Island. It was one of the only places you were allowed to go during that time, at least during the really intense time of it. And so we would search for beach glass. That's one of Kathie's hobbies, and I guess that makes it my hobby too. And we go looking for beach glass, and that's glass that is tumbled in the surf and has a certain patina about it and odd shapes. And people sometimes make jewelry out of it or arts and crafts. And Kathie, of course, does both of those things. And Kathie was praying to Saint Germain, the Violet Flame, and to perhaps heal the world. So first off, if it wasn't for Kathie, things would have been a lot worse. But I call her Saint Kathie because no, I'm making fun, but she really takes it seriously, and rightly so. And so she wanted to receive a sign from Saint Germain that Saint Germain was hearing her prayers. And so she wanted to find violet beach glass. Now, on the shores of Long Island, you will find hen's teeth before you find violet beach glass. You'll find plenty of brown bottle or green bottle glass from Heineken or Budweiser bottles, and you might even find some blue glass like from a Noxema bottle or a perfume bottle. But it's very unlikely to find violet beach glass. And so we walked around for about an hour, and on our way back, I could see Kathie had her pouty face on. So I wanted to say something to help her feel better, because she's great with prayer. I mean that, and I'm certain Saint Germain heard her prayers, and so I'm trying to think of something to say to make her feel better. And just then, this little Dalmatian puppy comes running up to us and starts to jump on me a little bit, and I'm petting it and I'm playing with it. And then I see the owner come running after it, and she's apologizing, and I'm shaking. I'm saying, "Oh, this is wonderful. I love doggies. Kathie loves doggies." And we start to chat with her a while. And chatty Kathie, she loves meeting people, so very easy for her to strike up conversations with complete strangers. And so after a while of chatting with her, I asked her what the dog's name was. Violet, the Dalmatian puppy, a little white dog with black spots. Its name is Violett. So Kathie talks a little bit more. This went right over her head. And so we're walking away, and Kathie's got her pouty face on. And I'm like, "Kathie, the dog's name is Violett." And it took a little while to get it, but she finally got it. She was still a little disappointed. I just think she wanted the beach glass. But I said that, no, that's a sign. There's no way we meet a little Dalmatian puppy whose name is Violett. And so I really wanted to meet this lady again. And so we would walk on that beach every day. And then one day, a week or two later, we saw the lady and the puppy again. And so we ran up to them, and we were so glad to see her. And, we talked a little while. And then I asked her, I said, "How does a Dalmatian puppy be called Violett?" And she told me one of her favorite movies is Gone with the Wind. And she used to watch that with the kids, her son, and there's a scene that Scarlett O'Hara is wearing a violet dress. And I think Brett Butler may have given it to her. And she just loved that dress. And so when she got the dog, she wanted to name it Violett, but not violet like the color, but Violett spelled like Scarlett O'Hara spells her name. And then she told me she had lost her son, and the dog was perhaps a way of helping her heal from that experience. And that's why she named it Violett, to remind her of all those good times they had together. You see, I had lost my son several months before that as well. And we got to talking. And, I thought I was adjusting okay, and I was, but I wasn't through it. I mean, are you ever through losing a child? No, but she was the first person who I met who had a similar experience. Everyone cared, absolutely, but to talk to somebody who's in the same boat as you, you have opportunity to explore things that you just can't explore with just anybody. And so we started to chat about our experiences, and I met her several times after that, and really, those conversations were so meaningful to me, and I'm sure to her as well. And I think to myself, how does this happen? Is this a coincidence? Of course not. And what I believe, truly believe, is that our sons, both our sons, brought us together for these moments to help us heal during this crazy time. It was Violett Beach Glass, a dog named Violett, and two parents coming together at a very difficult time. Of course, it was our son sending a message. And that message came through a little Dalmatian puppy named Violett.